everyone, Tallara here, and I'd like to welcome you back to Dragon Age Inquisition. After we completed basically the prologue in the first episode, we find ourselves waking up in this little cabin with a literal Amazon package at our feet. Let's see what's inside. Elf fruit. That is so Oh, that must have been what the girl was bringing in and she dropped. Anyway, super random. Welcome back, everybody. We are just awakening after closing the rift. It has apparently been 3 days, so we have a lot to get caught up on, I believe. As you can see, our quest tells us to go find Cassandra in the Chantry, and so that is what we shall do. Before we go, though, I see a little letter here that we can read. Patient observations. Vain hope. Someone better at this than me takes over before the survivor expires. Notes in case. Day 1. Clammy, shallow breathing, pulse over fast. Not responsive. Pupils dilated. Mage says her scarring mark is thrumming with unknown magic. Wish we could station a Templar in here, just in case. Wow. Sounds like I was really on death's door. I'm glad I made it through. Here we have special shipments, which I believe is DLC equipment. So that's cool. And, let's go find Cassandra. Hello? Oh! Hi! Hi? Why? Is this for me?
That's the herald of Andraste.
Oh dear.
They said when she came out of the Fade, Andraste herself was watching over.
I think they may think that I'm some sort of hero, which I mean, I'm totally cool to embrace, but...
She stopped the breach from getting any bigger.
Look at all these salutes.
Still, it's more than anyone else has done. Demons would have had us otherwise.
Okay, we'll just continue past all the people that are awkwardly saluting. I think this is the first time that a Kunari has been saluted to or shown so much admiration and respect. Alright, I think this is the Chantry. Kind of looks like it. We got something here we can read. The Chant for the Departed. Okay.
Have you gone completely mad? She should be taken to Val Royo immediately, to be tried by whomever becomes divine.
I do not believe she is guilty.
The Conari failed, Seeker. The breach is still in the sky. For all you know, she intended it this way.
I think they're talking about
I
me.
do not believe that.
That is not.
Sounds
for
like
you to
Cassandra has my
decide.
back, though, so that's good.
Your duty is to serve the Chantry.
My duty is to serve the principles on which the Chantry was founded, Chancellor, as is yours.
Well, let's interrupt this conversation, shall we? Knock knock!
Chain her. I want her prepared for travel to the capital for trial.
I hate this guy.
Disregard that and leave us.
Thanks, girl. They clearly listen to Cassandra.
You walk a dangerous line, Seeker.
The breach is stable, but it is still a threat. I will not ignore it.
I'm still a suspect?
So I'm still a suspect, even after what we just did.
You absolutely are.
No, she is not.
Someone was behind the explosion at the Conclave. Someone most holy did not expect. Perhaps they died with the others, or have allies who yet live.
I am a suspect?
Ooh, how the tables have
You.
turned.
And many others.
Yes, Liliana.
But not the prisoner.
I heard the voices in the temple. The Divine called to her for help.
So her survival, that thing on her hand, all a coincidence.
Providence. The Maker sent her to us in our darkest hour.
I don't know. I don't think I'm a chosen one or anything.
You realize I'm Kunari.
I have not forgotten. No matter what you are or what you believe, you are exactly what we needed when we needed it.
The breach remains, and your mark is still our only hope of closing it.
This is not for you to decide.
Or you.
You know what this is, Chancellor. A writ from the Divine, granting us the authority to act. As of this moment, I declare the Inquisition reborn.
Ooh, title drop.
We will close the breach, we will find those responsible, and we will restore order with or without your approval.
That shut him up. Goodbye!
This is the Divine's directive. Rebuild the Inquisition of old. Find those who will stand against the chaos. We aren't ready. We have no leader, no numbers. And now, no Chantry support.
But we have no choice. We must act now, with you at our side.
The Inquisition of old?
What is the Inquisition of old, exactly?
It preceded the Chantry. People who banded together to restore order in a world gone mad.
After, they laid down their banner and formed the Templar Order, but the Templars have lost their way. We need those who can do what must be done, united under a single banner once more.
What about the Chantry?
But aren't you still part of the Chantry?
Is that what you see?
The Chantry will take time to find a new Divine. And then it will wait for her direction.
But we cannot wait. So many Grand Clerics died at the Conclave. No, we are on our own. Perhaps forever.
Wow. So it seems like Cassandra and Liliana were specifically loyal and devoted to Divine Justinia, not so much the Chantry. So you want a holy war?
You're trying to start a holy war.
We are already at war. You are already involved. Its mark is upon you. As to whether the war is holy, that depends on what we discover.
And if I refuse?
What if I refuse?
You can go if you wish.
You should know that while some believe you chosen, many still think you guilty. The Inquisition can only protect you if you are with us.
We can also help you.
It will not be easy if you stay. But you cannot pretend this has not changed you.
This is rather strange.
When I woke up, I certainly didn't picture this outcome.
Neither did we.
Help us fix this before it's too late.
Alright, I'm in! Girl Squad. Tallara, Cassandra, and Liliana starting the Inquisition anew. Pretty cool that a Kunari's at the center of all this. Oh, Liliana, our little bird friend, sending out messages. Oh, I love Liliana. I've loved her since Origins. She's only gotten more and more cool since then. Honestly, I would follow Liliana anywhere, so if she says she wants to start an Inquisition, hell, sign me up. Just like that, we started a whole new faction, the Inquisition. All of us united under one banner to save the world and stop the big glowing rift in the sky. There we have it. Dragon Age Inquisition. Roll the title. Alright, so apparently there's an Inquisition now. I'm a free woman, which is kind of nice. And we have quests and such to do. So our main quest is to report to Haven's Chantry. But if you look on our mini-map down in the bottom left corner, there are lots of little icons around, which I would definitely like to check out. So let's go around here first. Hi, who are you?
I didn't realize any of Leliana's Oxmen mercenaries were still here. Well, if you want new gear, you pay for it. Oh.
Did she just
you're
call me
her.
an Oxman?
Thren. Inquisition
I think
quartermaster.
that's a slur.
I'm doing what I can to supply this mess. If you find what I need to fill one of my requisitions, I'd appreciate you bringing it in.
Okay. Tell me about the requisitions.
What did you mean when you mentioned requisitions?
I'm making this Inquisition run with what we have, but we're not a real army. We're stretched thin on materials, so I've put up a requisition list for anything that could help our people. Here, take a look. You find some iron and a good login site, maybe Harriet can get our troops better weapons.
Sounds good. How do I fill special orders?
If I have material for a special order, do I bring it to you?
Just take it over there. One of my boys will take the materials or jot down what you found.
Alright. How'd you end up here?
How does someone end up as quartermaster for the Inquisition?
I served for Eldon under Ten Loghain MacTier. Best commanding officer this world has ever seen. After they all turned...
Beg
on
to
the
disagree.
there wasn't much use for people who held that opinion. King Alistair offered my services to the Inquisition. Probably to get rid of me.
Loghain is a traitor.
Loghain MacTier betrayed the Grey Wardens and his king.
Were you there at Ostagar? I was. King Kaelan overextended his position, and the Grey Wardens were too late lighting the signal. Following the original plan would have gotten everyone killed. Ten Loghain made the right decision. I apologize. Sister Liliana told me I shouldn't talk about this. Just forget it.
Okay, well, I can't say I agree with this chick or any of her positions, so I'm just gonna say goodbye.
Farewell.
And we're not gonna get in a fight over Darren Loghain right now. We'll leave that in the past. So apparently we have the iron, now we need to find a logging stand, and that will fulfill one of the Inquisition's requests. Let's take a look around Haven, see what else we have here. Hop into people's homes. Hello, hello, anyone home? I'm gonna read your mail. Patient observations, day 3. I think I'm the patient, so this is technically my mail. It's totally fine. Less thrashing. Some response to stimulus. Vitals seem solid. 2 attempts so far by locals to break into the chantry to kill my patient. All this work to save her life, and will they just execute her? We'll inform Lady Cassandra I expect her to wake before the morn. Oh my god, I didn't know people were trying to assassinate me while I slept. Alrighty then, moving on. Over here is our good friend Varric. Let's check in with him. No, I can't talk to you, Varric? I'm clicking on Varric, but nothing is happening. Okay, I guess he's lost in thought right now. We'll leave you to it, Varric. We can check in later.
Inquisition wants to field a decent force. It needs better horses.
Hello, Harriet.
Expected you'd be by. I'm Harriet, and everyone knows who you are.
The tall one with horns? Yeah, I kind of stick out. How's the new gear fit? Oh, this new outfit I got? Yeah, I mean, it fits good.
Sturdy and warm. It's perfect.
Good. World's gone mad. Stock armor and blades are good against bandits, but we're not fighting bandits. My gear will see you through demons, apostates, whatever this world throws at you. So, you need custom work, something special. You bring the materials to us, we'll make it happen.
Okay. What's your story?
How did you come to be here?
Come from a little town called Lothring. Long gone now. I was in Redcliffe when the Darkspawn hit it during the Blight. Helped rebuild. Left when royalty decided it was time to hand the place over to the bloody mages. Ended up here. Just missed the boom. Can't decide if I'm the luckiest son of a bitch walking or the exact opposite.
So, hang on. The mages live in Redcliffe now? I think I have a gap in my lore there. I'll have to see if we can learn more about this. I mean, I think you're lucky.
You're still walking. That's always good.
That's what I was thinking.
True enough.
Do you outfit the troops?
Who outfits the Inquisition soldiers?
Not me. I've got work to do. Can't be passing a sword to every blighter who signs up. If you want to help the troops, talk to Thren, the quartermaster. She'll set up requisitions.
I already spoke to her. Do you have any designs?
If I want something, what can you make?
Start simple. Something to keep you safe. Take a look at it on the table there and we can talk. You'll need materials. You should have what you want just outside.
Alright. Can you improve my equipment also?
Can you help improve my arms and armor?
Yes. You find a new piece, a pauldron or greaves, we'll take care of you. You can't just slap a new hilt on your sword in the field. Bring it here, we'll make sure it's done right and proper.
Alright. Thanks for the chat.
Goodbye.
Right.
So we'll come here once we get some materials, although maybe we have some materials now? Let's see. Modify weapons, craft armor. To craft new armor or weapons, you'll need a schematic and enough materials. The schematic determines the appearance and potential power of the crafted item. The materials determine the specific stats and powers that will be added to the new item. And we've actually got tons of patterns. They all look really cool, actually. However, we don't have any materials, so we'll be back later. No one else to really talk to out here, so let's actually head back up to the Chantry and report in.
Does it trouble you?
My hand? I mean, where does it come from?
I just wish I knew what it was. Or how I got it.
We will find out. What's important is that your mark is now stable, as is the breach. You've given us time, and Solas believes a second attempt might succeed, provided the mark has more power. The same level of power used to open the breach in the first place. That is not easy to come by.
You have an idea?
Clearly you have something in mind.
We do. May I present Commander Cullen, leader of the Inquisition's forces.
Such as they are. We lost many soldiers in the valley, and I fear many more before this is through.
This is Lady Josephine Montelier, our ambassador and chief diplomat.
You're even taller than I'd heard.
And of course, you
I
know
am pretty
Sister
tall, yeah.
Liliana.
My position here involves a degree of...
She is our spy master.
Yes, tactfully put, Cassandra.
A pleasure.
Pleased to meet you all.
I mentioned that your mark needs more power to close the breach for good.
Which means we must approach the rebel mages for help.
And I still disagree. The Templars could serve just as well.
We need power, Commander. Enough magic poured into that mark.
Might destroy us all. Templars could suppress the breach, weaken it, so...
Pure speculation.
I was a Templar. I know what they're capable of.
Unfortunately, neither group will even speak to us yet. The Chantry has denounced the Inquisition, and you specifically.
No surprise there. That was quick.
That didn't take long.
Shouldn't they be busy arguing over who's going to become divine?
Some are calling you, a Kunari, the Herald of Andraste. That frightens the Chantry. The remaining clerics have declared it blasphemy, and we, heretics, for harboring you.
Chancellor Roderick's doing, no doubt.
It limits our options. Approaching the mages or Templars for help is currently out of the question.
The Herald of Andraste?
Just how am I the Herald of Andraste?
People saw what you did at the temple, how you stopped the breach from growing. They have also heard about the woman seen in the rift when we first found you. They believe that was Andraste.
Even if we tried to stop that view from spreading.
Which we have not.
The point is, everyone is talking about you.
It's quite the title, isn't it? How do you feel about that?
It's a bit unnerving, to be honest with you.
It's a little unsettling.
I'm sure the Chantry would agree.
People are desperate for a sign of hope. For some, you're that sign. And to others, a symbol of everything that's gone wrong.
So I'm the problem.
So if I wasn't with the Inquisition...
Well, let's be honest, they would have censored us no matter what.
And you not being here isn't an option.
There is something you can do. A Chantry cleric by the name of Mother Giselle has asked to speak to you. She is not far, and knows those involved far better than I. Her assistance could be invaluable.
Why would she help us?
Why would someone from the Chantry help a declared heretic?
I understand she's a reasonable sort. Perhaps she does not agree with her sisters. You will find Mother Giselle tending to the wounded in the hinterlands near Redcliffe.
Look for other opportunities to expand the Inquisition's influence while you're there.
We need agents to extend our reach beyond this valley, and you're better suited than anyone to recruit them.
In the meantime, let's think of other options. I won't leave this all to the Herald.
Alright. The war table allows you to apply the power of the Inquisition throughout Orlais and Ferelden. Mother Giselle is in the hinterlands, which can be found on the Ferelden side of the table. Ferelden, conquered by Orlais, torn by civil war, ravaged by the Fifth Blight. Ferelden is no stranger to hardship. With the Veil weakened, the land is more turbulent than ever.
We simply can't accommodate.
Cullen, can you stop talking over me?
I will speak to the Duchess. She can be reasoned with, after a fashion.
Anyway, Ferelden. The Inquisition can unlock new areas for you to explore through scouting operations. Perform the scouting operation for the hinterlands on the Ferelden side of the war table now. Scout the hinterlands. Mother Giselle was last seen in the hinterlands outside Redcliffe, tending refugees who fled the fighting between renegade Templars and apostate mages. The latest reports suggest that the vicious struggle between the two groups has spread to the hinterlands, catching the refugees, and Mother Giselle, in the middle. It is vital to protect her and, if possible, restore order to the area. If Giselle dies, any hope of Chantry support dies with her. My scouts will slip past the fighting, find her, and protect her with their lives. Presumably, that is Liliana speaking, so we will get her to send her agents out. A lot of mage versus Templar fighting here. It seems to be focused on Redcliffe, which is what we heard earlier, so I'm hoping we can learn more about that. This must be one of Liliana's people. She got her bird. And that perhaps is Mother Giselle. Alright, we avoided the fighting as best we could. It's every bit as bad as we'd feared. The apostates are mad, attacking anything that moves, and it appears that the Templars here aren't following anyone's orders any longer. We located Mother Giselle and are trying to protect her, but she refuses to leave the refugees until we've ensured their safety. That'll be hard to do without troops to push the apostates and the Templars out of the area. Commander Cullen asked me to make inquiries of Master Dennett, a retired horsemaster of Redcliffe who lives in the area. We tried to contact him about obtaining better horses for the Inquisition, but we've been unable to get through the fighting. From Lead Scout Harding. And that unlocks a new area. So, let's gather our party and venture to the hinterlands. Our party is Varric, Cassandra, and Solus, which is good. No, wait, no, I want them all. Add. Ah, here we go. Add. Add. Alright, full party.
Of Andraste. I've heard the stories. Everyone has. We know what you did at the breach. They might not know much about the Canary, but you'll get no backtalk from anyone here. That's a promise. Inquisition Scout Harding, at your service. Well, all of us here, will do whatever we can to help.
Harding, huh? Ever been to Kirkwall's Hightown?
I can't say I have. Why?
You'd be Harding and... No, never mind.
Oh, Varric. Pleased to meet you.
It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
I'm so much taller than her as a dwarf.
The situation's pretty dire. We came to secure horses from Redcliffe's old horsemaster. I grew up here, and people always said that Dennett's herds were the strongest and the fastest this side of the Frostbacks. But with the Mage Templar fighting getting worse, we couldn't get to Dennett. Maker only knows if he's even still alive. Mother Giselle's at the crossroads helping refugees and the wounded. Our latest reports say that the war's spread there too. Corporal Vale and our men are doing what they can to help protect the people, but they won't be able to hold out very long. You best get going. No time to lose.
Alright. So as you can see, the setting of Inquisition is one of much turmoil. After the events of Dragon Age 2, which were the catalyst for the Mage Templar War, things have just completely fallen apart. There's no circles anymore. The Templars don't even work for the Chantry anymore. It is just Mage on Templar war all across the world. The Chantry has definitely lost a lot of support from this. The Templars have kind of splintered off doing their own thing. Obviously the Inquisition's out here now. The Seekers like Cassandra are doing their own thing. So it is very much a time of turmoil here in Thedas. Now that we are officially into the game as well, out of the prologue I mean, we can spend our attribute points. Seeing as I am level 3, I have 2 attribute points to spend, and what better way to spend them than by acquiring some fire magic. So I'm actually going to upgrade the spell that we already have, Flash Fire. And then we'll also pick up Immolate. We unleash a massive explosion, leaving enemies in the area burning in agony. I'll pick that up as well. Gotta say, Ferelden looks a lot more beautiful than I remember. Obviously, when we experienced it back in Origins. Oh, report.
What is it?
You may want to look into this.
Hinterlands Geological Survey. Get iron and onyx. Okay. Anywho, as I was saying, of course, when we were in Ferelden last, it was being ravaged by the Blight. And now it is being ravaged by the Mage Templar War. But it is quite beautiful, and I think you can thank not only the change in timeline, but also the change in graphics. Obviously, this game looks a lot better than Dragon Age Origins did, so let's appreciate all the color and the foliage as we make our way through the hinterlands here. Speaking of Ferelden after the Blight, we just unlocked a codex entry about it. Let's see. That's about the Rebel Mages. That's about the Templar Order, which I do want to read. First, here we go. Ferelden after the Blight. One need only stroll through the Denerim market to appreciate Ferelden's resilience. You'd be hard-pressed to believe that Darkspawn ravaged the city within our lifetime. Scars remain for the people who lived through it, but life moves forward. Now children play in the streets, children for whom the Blight is a story their parents tell. I once heard a small boy ask what a Darkspawn was. To him, it was only a word he heard from the older youths. We teach that a learned child is a blessing upon his parents and unto the Maker. Andraste forgive me, but I felt joy at his smiling ignorance. King Alistair himself made this possible. His actions are thus a puzzle to me. Despite the events at Kirkwall, Ferelden continues to offer refuge to the rebel mages, which will only bring trouble to our doorsteps. It already has. Rumors among the merchants suggest that Starkhaven places sanctions on trade as a sign of protest. One hears of conflict in the hinterlands between Templars and mages. Mother Diana says I am to accompany her to the conclave in Haven. She says to have faith in divine Justinia, and that, whatever comes, we shall see the Maker's will done. I think of those smiling children who have not grown up with death and fear, and I pray it is so. Interesting. Okay, so that can lead us right into Rebel Mages. Whereas the Circle was established not merely to protect the world from mages, but also to allow mages to practice their art safely and without fear, and whereas under Lord Seeker Lambert's command, the Templars sworn to protect all people, including mages, from the harmful effects of magic, have instead persecuted mages with such biased judgment as to worsen the problems they were meant to mitigate, and whereas the Rite of Tranquility, intended as a tool of last resort to stop uncontrolled mages from hurting themselves or others, has instead been used for punitive and political purposes to silence dissent and inhibit civilized discourse, and whereas Andraste herself intended the relationship between mage and Templar to be one of practitioner and protector, not prisoner and jailer, and this contract has been broken, leaving mages in fear for their lives from those sworn to protect them, now therefore the Circle of Magi declares the following. We, the mages of Ferelden and Orlais, do hereby dissolve the circles and renounce our sworn submission to the Order of the Templars effective immediately. We reiterate Andraste's assertion that magic was made to serve man, not rule over him, and state unequivocally that we will use our abilities only to defend ourselves from those who would see us relinquish our lives and freedoms under the presumption of guilt for crimes we have not committed. We condemn those practitioners of magic who, through illness of mind or understandable but misguided anger at those who oppress them, would use their maker-given powers to threaten innocent lives, and we pledge to aid any legitimate and impartial government in bringing these lawless apostates to justice. We look earnestly to a future of cooperation between all peoples of Thedas, free from persecution and prejudice, and hope to build a better world alongside all who approach us with friendship instead of fear. Yours in service to Andraste and the Maker, the Free Mages of Thedas. That was a leaflet distributed in towns and villages across Orlais and Ferelden. Maybe it's just because I am a lawyer as my day job, but that was very well argued and written. Shout out to the mages. I'm 100% on their side just from reading that. They clearly disassociate themselves from people like, say, Anders, and instead are just saying, no, we just want to be free. And you know what? Get it, mages, get it. Love that for you. While we are in the Codex, we can also learn about the people we met back in Haven. First up is Cullen. Whatever you have heard of Kirkwall's rebellion, the truth is far worse. I would spare you that. What remains of Kirkwall's Templars have been under my command for the past few years. We've done what we could to assist with the city's recovery, to restore some semblance of order, but my time here is done. Seeker Pentagast has approached me. She wishes to stop the war between mages and Templars. She's been recruiting men and women to the cause and wishes me to oversee the group's military concerns. If the conclave goes well, then we will not be needed. If not, we stand nearby. I've decided to take Seeker Pentagast's offer. The circles have fallen. I can give no more to the Templar Order, nor it to me. The Maker has shown me a new path. I must take it. So that's very interesting. Of course, we met Cullen in Dragon Age 2. So it seems after the events of Dragon Age 2, Cullen was actually the leader of the Templars, but grew, what's the word? Unsatisfied with the position. So he, came here to try something different. Here's Josephine. Josephine Montalier is a noble from the nation of Antiva. She was educated in Val Royeaux, where she built connections among the court. When she finished her schooling, at a surprisingly young age, Lady Montalier became the official diplomat between King Fulgino of Antiva to Empress Celine of Orlais. The appointment suits her. She's well-traveled, familiar with many forms of etiquette, and by all accounts, a skilled negotiator. If that endorsement does not suffice, Josephine is a personal friend. I have faith in her. We require someone both influential and trustworthy to be an ambassador for the Inquisition. You cannot tell me you would prefer to take the job yourself, says Sister Liliana. So apparently Liliana and Josephine have a personal relationship as well. Josephine left her post as dignitary of Antiva to come work for us. So that's kind of cool. Finally, we have Liliana. She has many names. Most know her as Sister Liliana or the Nightingale. Some refuse to speak her name at all, referring to her only as the left hand of the divine, the shadow behind the sunburst throne. The spy master Marjolaine trained Liliana from a young age. For years, Liliana was Marjolaine's instrument in the great game of Orlais. While Liliana was devoted to Marjolaine, the reverse was not true. Marjolaine betrayed Liliana and almost succeeded in killing her. Liliana survived the betrayal, thanks to revered Mother Dorothea. Following this betrayal, Liliana spent several years in a cloister in Ferelden, hiding from her past. Inspired by revered Mother Dorothea, Liliana dedicated herself to her faith, discovering peace and a simple life of devotion. But when the Fifth Blight began, she received what she believed a vision from the Maker. This prompted her to leave her sanctuary, taking up arms against the Darkspawn. Several years after the defeat of the Archdemon, Liliana received a summons from Dorothea, now Divine Justinia V. She returned to Orlais to become an agent of the Sunburst Throne. Okay, interesting. So, obviously, as I mentioned before, it's been a while since I've played these games, and I don't remember every little thing, but that's why Liliana was so devoted to Divine Justinia. Divine Justinia was actually Mother Dorothea, the one who saved her all those years ago. Interesting. Okay. Justinia perished in the explosion that destroyed the Divine Conclave, and Liliana became a founding member and spy master of the New Inquisition. Alright, now that all our reading is done, let's head down into the valley. A letter in an empty home. Write this, I know you escaped with the other mages, and I know you'll come here. Father told you that if you ever strayed, he'd put you down himself. If you're here, you know he's dead, but I'm not. I'll be killing apostates and waiting for you at Old Fenix Place to the north. I've got Father's sword and my true brothers in the Templars. Come if you're man enough. Even.
That may be worth investigating.
Well, that sounds like a family reunion that is set for disaster. So yeah, if we're around that way, maybe we'll stop in. In the meanwhile, I'm gonna loot their stuff. Oh, dear. Well, here's some dead people, so I feel like we're probably on the right track to find some fighting.
Inquisition forces! They're trying to protect the refugees!
Alright, let's help them.
Looks like they could use a hand.
Hey, mages and Templars! Can you chill out for 1 second and stop hurting the refugees? Area of Effect attacks. Area of Effect attacks allow you to target groups of enemies. Which is that new fire spell I got. Nice.
Hold. We are not apostates.
I do not think they care, Seeker.
Oh, good. Yeah, everyone is just attacking us. They don't care what group we're part of. Templars, mages, they don't care. At this point, they're just bloodthirsty and ready to fight, I think. Which is rather unfortunate, but it means we're just gonna have to kill everybody to secure the safety of the refugees. That everybody?
Be ready. More coming our way.
Never mind, it is not everybody. Where are they? Oh, there they are. Got them. Luckily, the mages and templars are still fighting amongst each other, so it makes our individual battle a little easier, but yeah, it is just a mess.
That's the end of it.
Oh, alright. Cool. We're putting up banners of the Inquisition saying, hey, Inquisition territory. No fighting allowed in here unless you want a big bag Kunari to come give you a talking to.
Lie still.
Don't touch me, Mother. Their magic is...
Turn to noble purpose. Their magic is surely no more evil than your blade.
What?
Hush, dear boy. Allow them to ease your suffering.
Alright, already I like the sound of this, Mother.
I am. And you must be the one they are calling the Herald of Andraste.
You asked for me?
I'm told you asked for me.
I know of the Chantry's denouncement, and I am familiar with those behind it. I won't lie to you. Some of them are grandstanding, hoping to increase their chances of becoming the new divine.
Yeah, this Mother keeps it real. I like it.
So many good people, senselessly taken from us.
It was a tragedy.
What happened was horrible.
Fear makes us desperate, but hopefully not beyond reason. Go to them. Convince the remaining clerics you are no demon to be feared.
Might be hard with the horns.
They have heard only frightful tales of you. Give them something else to believe.
Sure. I mean, will that work though?
That won't just make it worse?
Because you are a mage?
That too.
Let me put it this way. You needn't convince them all. You just need some of them to doubt. Their power is the unified voice. Take that from them and you receive the time you need.
Yeah, this lady is smart. Thank you.
It's good of you to do this.
I honestly don't know if you've been touched by fate or sent to help us, but I hope. Hope is what we need now. The people will listen to your rallying call as they will listen to no other. You could build the Inquisition into a force that will deliver us or destroy us. I will go to Haven and provide Sister Leliana the names of those in the Chantry who will be amenable to a gathering. It is not much, but I will do whatever I can.
Thank you very much. Giselle's the best. Alright, so
Corporal Vale is coordinating the Inquisition's efforts in the area. We should speak with him.
Got it. So I was just gonna say, we saved this refugee camp here from being overrun by fighting. And I guess now we'll check in and see what else we can do to help out. Also loot these coins off the ground. Ooh, silk! Hello? You have a bubble over your head? Do you have a quest for me?
Please help my wife.
Ah, what's wrong?
What's wrong with your wife?
She gets sick when the weather's foul. Can't catch her breath like cobwebs in her lungs.
Sounds like asthma.
Son Hindle makes a potion that lets her breathe. He's the only one who can make it.
Why are you walking away when you're talking to me?
Please. Thank you. Please hurry.
Okay, great conversation, bud. When I get back from healing your wife's asthma, I'm gonna talk to you about proper conversation etiquette. Hello, you have a bubble over your head too. What's up?
Bread. Going to be a long, hungry night.
What's the problem?
These people need food?
There are rams out in the hills. Good eating, cooks easy, and no lords around to kill you for poaching. Too dangerous to go hunting now. More likely to find mages than luck.
I mean, you could probably eat them too. Just kidding. If I'm out there, I'll try to help.
Good luck.
Luck won't go fat on your wrists.
Farewell.
Have you seen other wives?
Hello, Corporal Vale.
You're with the Inquisition. Corporal Vale, thanks for your help. The Mages and Templars don't seem to care who gets caught in their war.
Yeah, that's rather
Refugees
unfortunate.
here are in dire need of help. If the war doesn't kill them, cold or starvation will.
Any other concerns?
What other problems do these refugees face?
We've got some injuries that go beyond stitches and elf fruit. I know healers are in short supply, but if you can find someone in Redcliffe to help us, it would save a lot of lives.
You said people might starve.
You were concerned about refugees starving?
Yes. Many of them brought food, but they expected to be home by now, or safe in a city. There's a hunter up the hill who has some ideas.
Already spoke to him, my man. What about people being cold?
Is there anything we can do to help people deal with the cold?
I asked the Inquisition to send blankets. You'd think I was asking for a wagon of raw lyrium. A recruit named Whittle is trying to make what we can bring in last. If you have any ideas, talk to him across the road.
Gotcha. Alright, now tell me of the Horsemaster.
What can you tell me about the man who's supposed to be getting horses for the Inquisition?
Horsemaster Dennett. He lives on a farm to the west. Tough old fella. We haven't heard from him. Best we can tell, he's holed up until the Mages and Templars are done killing each other.
Honestly, sounds like a good plan. Alright, goodbye.
Farewell.
And you as well.
Alright. So, we can stabilize areas by sealing Fade Rifts, expand the reach of the Inquisition by setting up new camps, and complete quests to gain power and influence. Spend power on scouting operations at the war table to unlock new opportunities. Getting enough influence increases the rank of your Inquisition and grants you access to unique perks. So our next main quest is actually the Threat Remains, where we have to travel to Val Royeaux. Also, God, can you quiet down back here? Good God, their battling is noisy. But the power required to travel to Val Royeaux is at level 4. So what that means is we basically have a big ol' excuse to do a bunch of side quests. So my plan now is to run around the hinterlands and see what people we can help. I'm alright, I'm talking to myself. Leave me alone. Solus is standing on the top of that tent. He is scouting out the area and we are ready to go. But for now, guys, we will call it a day for today's episode of Dragon Age Inquisition. Thank you all so much for hanging out. We're finally getting into the game proper. The world is opening up a bit. And now it's time for us to explore the hinterlands and complete some side quests. My favorite. Thanks everyone so much for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you're interested in looking for more episodes of Dragon Age Inquisition. And until next time, I'll see you guys again real soon.